Our vertex is going to be at -2, -3. It's going to be a minimum because there's no negative in front, and x equals -2. Here we're at 1, 2. It's going to be a maximum due to that negative, x equals 1. For the next one, my vertex is my A equals 1, my B equals 1, my C is -2. So negative B over 2A so -1/2 is the x value. When I plug that in, that's going to be 1/4 minus 1/2 minus 2 over 1. So I have 1/4 minus 2/4 minus 8/4. So 1 minus 2 is -1, so -9/4. It's going to be a minimum, and x equals -1/2. My vertex here is -6 over 2 times -3, so that's +1. -3 times 1 squared plus 6 times 1 is going to be -3 plus 6. Leave it here. That's 3. Your vertex is going to be a maximum because of this negative. Axis of symmetry is 1. Convert to standard form, so that's just -5 times x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 3. Distribute that -5, -5x squared plus 30x plus minus 45 plus 3. Final answer is -5x squared plus 30x minus 42. All right, solve by factoring. So we have x minus 6, x minus 2, x equals 6 and 2. Here we're going to take a 3x out. We have a x plus 4 over. We set 3x equal to 0, x plus 4 equal to 0, x equals 0, and -4. See, this is difference of perfect squares. So 3x minus 5 and 3x plus 5. We set both of those equal to 0. We get positive and -5/3. For the next one, we're going to go ahead and rainbow. -36. Factors of -36 is -4 and positive. So x minus 4, x plus 9. Remember to, because of this leading coefficient. So we have 9x minus 4 and x plus 1. X equals 4/9 and -1. Solve by completing the square. X squared plus 6x plus blank equals 27 plus blank. Take the 6 divided by 2, square it. I get 9. So this is x plus 3 squared equals 36. Square root both sides. X plus 3 equals 6. X plus 3 equals -6. We subtract the 3. X equals 3. X equals -9. For B, I'm going to get rid of this 3. So I have x squared plus 3x plus blank equals 4 plus blank. 3 over 2, I square it, so that's 9/4. So this is x plus 3 over 2 times x plus 3 over 2, which is x plus 3 over 2 squared. 16. So 16/4 plus 9/4 is 25/4. So we square root. Remember, we square root the whole fraction. X plus 3 over 2 equals 5/2. X plus 3 over 2 equals -5/2. Minus this 3/2. X equals 1. Minus this 3/2. -8 over 2, -4. simplify. So remember that we're going to divide we have I squared, I to the third, I to the fourth. So I squared equals -1. I to the third would be -1. I to the fourth would be 1 again. So we're going to go ahead and remember this is our 0.25, our 0.50, our 0.75, and no remainder. So we're going to go ahead and divide the 7437 by 4, and we get 0.25, so we're going to replace it with I. For B, we're going to go ahead and divide that big exponent, 23942,834 by 4, and we get 0.5. So we're going to replace just the I to the power with -1. So we have -5 times -1, and that's a +5. All right, solve the systems of equations. So I'm looking at my x's and y's. Let's go ahead and deal with z. So I'm going to multiply this guy by 2, and I'm going to get 12x minus 10y minus 6z equals 12. Underneath of that, -x plus 4y plus 6z equals -20. We add these together. I get 11x minus 6y equals -8. So now I have to use the one I didn't use. So let's change my color here. So I didn't use the last guy, so I'm going to multiply him by -6. So positive 18x minus 6y minus 6z equals -36. -x plus 4y plus 6z equals -20. Add these together. I get 17x minus 2y equals -56. So now I'm going to pair these two guys together, and we're going to try to eliminate x or y. So I notice that they have a y that I can eliminate. So I have 11x minus 6y equals -8. I have -51x plus 6y equals 56 times 3, 168. So that's going to be 40x equals 160. X equals 4. All right, so now that I know what x is, I'm going to plug in x into either one of these equations. So 11 times 4 minus 6y equals -8. 44 minus 6y equals -. So I subtract this 44. I get -6y equals -52. I divide by -6. So y equals 26 over 3. And then to find z, let's go ahead and plug it in. -4 plus, let's actually use the bottom one. Doesn't really matter, but -3 times 4 plus 26 over 3 plus z equals 6. -12 plus 26 over 3 plus z equals 6. I'm going to add 12. 26 over 3 plus z equals 18. Minus 26 over 3. 54 over 3 equals 18. So z equals 28 over 3. All right. Matt and Ming are selling fruit at a school fundraiser. Customers can buy small boxes of oranges and large boxes of oranges. Matt sold 3 small and 14 large for a total of 203. So X is small, Y is large. Ming sold 11 small and 11 large for a total of $220. Find the cost of one small box and one large box. All right, so let's go ahead and eliminate x. We'll multiply this by 11, this by -3. So we have 33x plus 154y equals 203 times 11, 2233. All right, for the next one, it's -33x minus 33y equals -660. So we add that together. We get 121y equals 1573, and y equals 13. So we have 13 large. To find x, we fill that in. So 3 times x plus 14 times 13 equals 203. So 3x plus 182 equals 203. 3x equals 21. X equals 7. All right, classify the following. This is a quartic binomial. This is a degree of 7 monomial. Remember, we add those together. This is a cubic trinomial. And this is a quintic binomial.
Yeah, it's on zero.
Find the product. All right, so you know me. Y squared minus 7y and 5. Y squared minus y minus 3.
And
Y to the 4th minus y to the 3rd minus 3y squared minus 7y to the 3rd plus 7y squared plus 21y. 5y squared minus 5y minus 15. So y to the 4th minus 8y cubed. 12 minus 3 is plus 9y squared. 25 minus, so that would be plus 16y minus 15. All right, divide using long division. 3x plus 1 goes on the outside. 15x squared plus 8x minus 12 goes on the inside. How do we make 3x 15x squared? Multiply it by 5x. 15x squared plus 5x. Draw a line, change your signs. First thing cancels. 3x minus 12 plus 1. 3x plus 1. Draw a line, change the sign. So a negative 13 over 3x plus 1. All right. Ooh, synthetic division. Now remember, when you have a 2 in front, we divide everything by 2. So that gives me negative 1/2. That's going to go in the box because this is going to be x plus 1/2. And when I set that equal to 0 and solve, that's what I get. So I'm going to put this in standard. So this is negative 4x to the 4th plus 8x squared plus 9 over 2x minus 5. So negative 4, 0x to the 3rd's 8, negative 9 over 2, and negative 5. Half of positive 2, negative 1, negative 7 over 2, which is negative 16 over 2, which is positive 8, negative 4, and that's negative 9. Remainder, constant x, x squared, x to the 3rd, negative 4x cubed, plus 2x squared plus 7x plus 8 with a negative 9 over a 2x plus 1. All right. Factor each expression. So this is SOAP. So A, same sign B. A squared, opposite, A times B, always positive, B squared. My A is the cube root of z to the 6, which is z squared. My B is the cube root of 8, which is 2. So z squared plus 2, z to the 4th, minus 2z squared, always positive, plus 4. All right, oh, this guy, we cut it in half. Take out an x squared, 2x plus 1, negative 2, 2x plus 1, x squared minus 2, and 2x plus 1. One root is given, find the other roots. So let's go ahead and use that. 5, 4, negative 20, negative 16, 10, 28, 16, 5x squared plus 14x plus 8 equals 0. Let's go ahead and factor this. First times last is 40. 40 is 10 and 4. So x plus 10, x plus 4 over my leading coefficient. So I have 5 x plus 2 and 5x plus 4. Okay, find all roots. So factors of last over factors of first. So I know negative 5 hopefully works. I use my graphing calculator to check where it crossed the x-axis. So let's see if that worked out. And it does. So now I'm left with x squared minus 2x minus 4 equals 0. So we know we have 1 at 5, negative 5. So we have to choose quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. So that gives us 2 plus or minus square root of 16 plus 4, which is 20 over 2. So that's going to be 2 plus or minus 2 root 5 over 2, which is 1 plus or minus root 5.